Hello everyone, welcome back to Oculus Occulta. Today we're going to do a simple pick a card reading for any yes or no question that you may have. This reading is timeless, so whenever you find this video, you can use it to help guide you as you move through any situation. There are 4 piles today, and I have listed the timestamps for them in the description of this video, as well as in a pinned comment in the comments section below. If you'd like to just jump into your reading, feel free to do so now. However, if you'd like to stick around for the introductory spiel, then I have a few disclaimers to get through very quickly. First off, please keep in mind that this and all other tarot readings on this channel are for fun and entertainment purposes only and should not be misconstrued as advice of any kind. I cannot determine your destiny, I can only read energies, and group tarot readings such as this one will prompt general answers. Remember that the future is in your hands. You have the power to manifest what you want, and all decisions in your life should be made by you, not any one tarot reader, whether it be online or in person. Also, please be on the lookout for scammers in the comments section of this and all other spiritual channels here on YouTube as well as on TikTok. I will never ask you for your personal information, and I do not solicit readings. If someone asks to perform a reading for you under my name, they are a scam account and should be blocked and/or reported immediately. I will never message you first on any platform. Currently, I am not booking personal readings. However, donations are always welcome, and the information necessary to send any donations my way will be in the description box below. It should go without saying that donations are never mandatory, and they should only be given if you feel strongly called to do so. If you would like to find me on other social media platforms, all of those links will be in the description box of this video. If you're interested in any of the decks or other items I have used in this video, the Amazon affiliate links will be provided to you in the description box below as well. Amazon affiliate links provide a small commission to me on any and all purchases you make through the link I provide at no additional cost to you. It is one way to help support this channel if you feel called to do so. And now, without further ado, let's begin the reading. So for your pick a card reading, today this is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3, and this is group 4. Go ahead and think about your question, and please formulate it into a yes or no format in your mind. Take a few deep breaths and concentrate on the question and what outcome you would like. Remember that your destiny is always in your own hands. If you do not like the answer you hear today, don't despair and don't worry. Stay calm and remember that you can change it. Tarot reads current energies and will show you the most likely outcome of the path that we are on today. If you don't like what the cards have to say, you can always change that path and change the outcome. With that being said, I hope you do, in fact, get the answer that you want and keep moving along the path that is right for you. Let's begin. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the idea card here. And I know that's a little bit hard to see, but here it says inspiration, suggestion, and vision. And it shows a person who has an idea. They're working on their laptop. This could be a business idea, an idea for school or a project. But either way, it's about creative work and perhaps starting up something that you haven't done before. The overall energy does have an entrepreneurial sort of feel to it, not just because of this tarot card here that is the 8 of Pentacles, which represents work, meaning what you get paid for, a job that you go to, a career. And if you're a student, this also means studying or obtaining a degree or certification. For those of you who are attempting or asking about starting up a new business or going into business for yourself, this is also the card about that kind of work. Practical work that one has to do in order to succeed and make money. Further, you also have this card, which is entrepreneur and social adventurer. However, the general response to the question that was put in a yes or no format, the answer here is looking like a no. Depending on how you phrased your question, that could be good or bad news. I'm sorry if it's bad news. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear. However, just because it's a no doesn't mean you cannot do it. It means the energy right now is a no, which can change and you can manifest something different for yourself. But with that being said, let me explain to you why I'm saying that the answer is no here. When I take these tarot cards, I take 4 to see the majority, whether they're upright or reversed. And here we have a majority of reversed cards. That tells me that the answer is no. The one card being upright and it being the card of work sort of re-emphasizes that this can be changed if you need it to be. If you are comfortable with the answer being no, then leave it as it is. For example, if you have an idea to go into partnership with someone to start a business and you asked, are they going to screw me over? You would want to hear no, they're not going to. However, if you're asking the question, should I leave a job? Should I go and get this new opportunity that was offered for me? If the answer is no, that might be a little bit more disappointing. Nevertheless, whatever your question is about, I do also see that there is a chance that you or somebody else who might be involved in the question has a change of heart or decides the opposite of what you're wanting today. Now, change of heart and indecisiveness here, it being a yes/no question, look at that. We have both yes and no here. So again, the option is open for you. Right now, it looks like a no. You could very well change that. You could very well change your mind about this situation. Either way, you're not bound to it. You are free to make this a reality or not. With the moon being reversed, I also see that things that might have been kept secret from you are coming out now. Again, it really looks like you're asking, or this group rather, is asking about financial or school situations. But if you're asking about a love situation, you're getting more information now. Secrets are being revealed. Things that you didn't know about are coming to light, and that's probably influencing your decision-making and influencing the idea that you have about maybe the relationship or whatever it is that you're asking about. If you're asking about a person, you might have some doubts about them, whether it's in a relationship format or a business associate. You're wondering about them. If you're asking about their state of mind, I would say that perhaps they're not the greatest person to work with or be in a relationship with, or they're causing some issues for you. It's not just unpleasant activity as in work that perhaps you're not interested in. It's also unpleasant activity if you're asking about a person that you're interacting with. There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of arguing, there's a lot of disagreements. They might be a burden, or you might feel like you're a burden to them. In either event, they also are indecisive and unreliable. If you ask, should I stay with them? That to me would be a no. If you're having ideas about, questioning the relationship, you're being guided by the intuition that you have here. Perhaps you're having some dreams or nightmares even about the situation. You're wondering if you should walk away from something. You're really resistant to doing that. And again, if that's a job, a person, a relationship, I'm not sure what the question is, but in terms of should you leave whatever it is you're thinking about, you're blocked right now. However, you don't have to be. You can very well walk away from it if you want to. If you're starting to see that, it's binding, it's unpleasant, it's unreliable, if this idea gives you nightmares or seems like too much hard work and unpleasant activity, you can free yourself. This is a card of freedom when it's in this position. Here, this person is bound, but here, they've released themselves. That could also be advice for you regarding this situation. In either event, I also see that you get the answer as being no. However, you're still not sure because you're thinking about this question. There's indecisiveness. It's changeable for you. And I pulled an oracle card for you off camera. And it shows me here wonders, which is a really beautiful card. It has this amethyst crystal piercing the universe. And it says wonders. But that's the thing. You're wondering what to do. You're wondering if this is the right situation for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card for you from another tarot deck, just to give us a little bit more clarity. Wow. This is the Eight of Swords, which is similar to this card. This is the Nine of Swords in this deck. This is the 9, and this is the 8. And you see this person is also bound. However, both times it came reversed for you, which means you are completely free to make what you want here. So if you're wondering about this situation, if you're wondering if you have some control over the situation, you absolutely do. You can change your mind. You can change the situation if you'd like. And if you are asking about change, if you're asking about walking away from something, perhaps you should reconsider that, revisit it, get a little bit more information, gather the information that's being revealed to you. If it hasn't been already, go look for it. You will find it. And at that point, you will be able to make a better decision. Now, if you wanted the answer to be no, then I'm happy to give you that. Now, if you didn't want it to be no, then I personally take comfort in knowing that you can change this if you'd like. And hopefully that gave you some clarity and a little bit of hope here today. Please let me know if you can give us some context here, Group 1, what this might be related to, and hopefully it was the answer that you wanted to hear. I wish you all the best in whatever this is. I wish you the best in life, and hopefully I will see you again in another reading. Take care. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose this card called Fright. It says depression, phobia, and paranoid. Overall, the answer to your question is leaning towards a yes. And I'll explain what that means in a minute here. When I'm looking at the tarot, I'm looking here out of the 4 cards for a majority upright to be yes. A majority reversed would be a no. Here you have 2 reversed and 2 upright in the middle. So to me, this is sort of a maybe. However, in these cards, you have all reds. Reds are essentially like upright cards, and them being all 3 red, to me that says yes. So it's a maybe, but leaning more towards yes. And so that's what I mean by that. I'm seeing here whatever your question is related to, whether it's money or love, and here it shows me both, right? Because this is a group reading, some of you may be asking a love question, and some of you may be asking about work and money. And some of you may be asking different personal sorts of questions, just in general, things about wishing and dreaming. What's interesting for you is you got the Magician in reverse, as well as the term manifesting. The Magician itself is about manifesting. Now, I can see here strength and the Magician are reversed for you, which tells me that you are a little bit blocked. There's some depression there. Phobia, which is fear, and paranoid sort of ideas like, maybe this isn't going to happen for me. I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. So there's anxiety there as well. Generally speaking, anxiety, depression, worry, these kinds of things really affect our ability to make things happen in life, not just on a practical level, because, depression can stop you from doing the daily functions of life and hinder your progress forward, whether that's in school and work or in your relationships, but also spiritually. It puts in an energy of blockage, and I can see that you're blocked. You don't feel strong enough. You don't feel capable. However, that's not the case for you. The wishes and dreams that you're trying to manifest, whatever that may be, whether it's in terms of relationship or partner or whatever it is, even money, you can do that. Look at that. Emotional fulfillment and lasting love is here. Prosperous new beginnings and large sum of money. These things are here for you. You just need to do this. Flip the magician around. Now, that's easier said than done, right? If you're suffering from depression, you need to take care of that situation first, however you want to take care of that, but you do need to address that. In terms of feeling as if you don't have an opportunity or you can't do something, that's not true either. Here you have the Fool, who is very capable. The advice here is to have faith. Just go ahead and start what it is you want to start. Don't worry about the outcome. If it's about money, the money will come. If it's about love, the love will come. Just do what you want to do here. Do the thing that you're asking about without worry. This is also a card about faith. So whoever or whatever you have faith in, that includes yourself, you should go ahead and call on that faith in order to be able to do what it is you want to do, which is to manifest. I have one more oracle card. Actually, I have two more. I lied. Let me give you... Oh, wow. Okay, this is your oracle card here. I'm going to do one more tarot for you. Okay. You don't have faith in yourself, I can see that, with this Page of Pentacles being reversed. You really don't have faith in yourself. You think you don't have the skills. This is also what Magician reverses, like feeling like you don't have the skills or the capability or you're not strong enough. That's not true. Page of Pentacles is a beginner. However, they're moving on to the path of becoming eventually king or queen, right? You become a page and then a knight, and then you become either the king or queen. Now, here you are starting out on this journey of yours of learning, or if it's a new relationship or whatever, and you're feeling inadequate. And so that needs to be addressed for sure. And just like we said in the Fool, whatever deity, or even if you're talking about yourself here, call on that trust, on that faith in yourself, in God, in the universe, or who or whatever helps you. Call on them, tell them you need a little bit of boosting in your confidence, because you can do this. Whatever it is you're asking about, it's there for you. It's there. You just need to ask. You just need to trust and have faith that you can do it, and then you'll have it. So again, now I say maybe because the energy right now is wishy-washy. You're unsure. You picked fright. I can tell that if it was a subconscious choice, it's because that fright and that fear is pulling you to hear a positive message. And I'm glad to give that to you. You can do it. Do not be afraid. Trust, please, in yourself and in the universe. I didn't address this card. This card is a very rich person. So this and this card goes together, right? These two, if you're asking about money, the abundance is there for you. You should not feel inadequate. You should not feel that it's out of reach, because it isn't. You are leaning more towards yes. And if you need that confidence boost, then hopefully I can do that for you. Yes, you can make this happen. Whatever your question is regarding, if you want to make a good outcome happen, then yes, you can. You can make it happen for sure. And I believe that's all I have for you today, Group 2. I hope that was the answer that you were looking for. I hope that helped you. Please let me know if you can add some context to what this is about. I would greatly appreciate it. And I wish you the best, not just in this situation, but in everything you do and in life in general. Hopefully I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the self-love card, which has to do with self-concern, self-healing, and independence. And right off the bat, I would say that the answer to your question is a maybe, leaning a little bit more towards a yes. And I will explain why I say that in a minute. First of all, I get a vibe that you're asking more about things related to actionable steps that you need to take. Now, you could very well have asked about a love situation or work, but I'm seeing more about something emotional, but related to a decision that you're going to have to make. Now, whether that's pertaining to school whether that's pertaining to a job or a person or a relationship. I don't know. I don't know the context. But in terms of a yes or no, in this tarot deck, I pick 4 cards and I look for a majority of upright cards. If the majority is upright, I say that that's a yes. If the majority are reversed, I say that that's a no. Here we have an even number, 2 reversed and 2 upright. To me, that counts as something of a maybe. Now, with these cards here, you have 2 red and 1 black. Majority black would be a no. Majority red is a yes. So here it's not a hard yes, but it is leaning more towards a yes. So I would say this situation is possible, definitely. Again, moving towards a yes. However, tarot can only read energy. So as it stands right now, if you want to change this into a hard yes or a hard no, that's up to you. What I am seeing is that you have to be analytical in terms of making the decision on what to do. What is the next puzzle piece? What is the next step I have to take? And you are looking for a solution. So this tells me that this is sort of a decisive move. What's my next step? Whatever you do choose, and eventually I do see you will make a choice. You will make that offering. And you will do it after good deliberation. And when I say it's an emotional choice, I don't mean it's not rationally thought through, because it obviously is. You're going to be analytical when you do this and make this decision. But the offering of the solution for you is going to be guided as well by how you feel, your intuition. You're going to take your own emotions into account when you make this decision. And what's interesting is the self-love here. You should be respecting yourself and respecting how you feel about the situation. If you don't like something, you should have enough respect for yourself where you say, okay, I'm done with it. I'm tired of being left out in the cold, and I'm going to leave this situation. With this card in particular, if you asked about poverty, you're coming out of that. The lack mentality, that's leaving. That's your financial situation is starting to move towards a yes. So that's good. This is also a card of celebration, cheering with friends and family. This may be a decision that you get a little bit of guidance from your friends. Look at this. Lovely ladies surrounded by flowers, surrounded by beauty, surrounded by good feeling emotions, good thought through decisions that are going to be made. And whatever it is, it's going to ultimately be a positive for you. So whether you choose to make it a yes or no, which right now it's sort of in the maybe position, again, leaning towards a yes. If you want that to be a hard yes, that's going to be a celebration. If you want to change it to a hard no, again, that's going to be a celebration for you. Ultimately, again, your life is in your hands. If you were asking about someone, if they will come approach you, as it stands, obviously, if you have questions about their intention and what decision that they're going to make, I can tell you that eventually they will come towards you. Yes. They're definitely thinking about it. And here we have invitation and expression of love. So if you were waiting for someone to confess something, to apologize especially, this is also an apology card, someone offering a genuine, sincere apology. You'll be getting that. In terms of self-love with the apology, maybe you need to forgive yourself for something. Perhaps you're asking about something that you did to somebody or said to someone, and the advice here is to go ahead and let that go. You need to learn to forgive yourself, which is easier said than done, I know. I have an oracle card here for you that I picked off camera, and I'm actually quite stunned at how much this card, called Inner Peace, matches with self-love. It matches with self-love. The inner peace that you get from having self-love and self-healing and independence, I think you should really focus on how you feel about the situation. How are you going to make this the best opportunity for yourself? Also, just as an aside, and I didn't do this for the other groups, but this very much reminds me of Pisces, right? The two fish. So this could have some significance for you. It's standing out to me in particular. You could be a Pisces, and that could be the confirmation that you picked the right pile. Could be that if not your sun, then maybe your moon or rising is Pisces, or you are asking about a Pisces. And that Piscean energy, just fish in general, being in water, things are changeable. So again, if you don't like the outcome here, you can definitely change it. Let me pull one more tarot card for you. Get a little bit more clarity. It's interesting. This is the Four of Cups in reverse. Sorry, here it is, the Four of Cups in reverse. This is something being offered to you and you're rejecting it, and that's what it would look like in this position. Now it's being reversed. So whatever is being offered to you, you're starting to consider it. And again, he's also holding a cup as if he were the one giving it to you, correct? Doesn't it look like he's the one giving the cup, handing the cup over? So if this were you ignoring it, in the reverse position, you are now considering it. So once again, if you're asking in the yes or no format, this is leaning towards a yes, but it's a maybe as it stands. Again, as I told the other groups, things are changeable. You can change this if you want. And I think that's all I have for you, group 3. Hopefully that gave you some clarity and answered your question. If you could give me some context in the comments section, I would really appreciate that, because, you know, general readings, I have no idea what the question is. So I'm really struggling to figure out, is this about love or money or whatever? But simple yes or no, leaning towards a yes, and it's a maybe right now. So hopefully that's what you wanted to hear. Best of luck to you, not just in this situation, but in life in general. And hopefully I will see you again in another video. Take care. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your reading. You chose the disturbance card, which says here, obscure, irritation, and supernatural. And it has something like a little zombie or ghost riding this person's back. Off the bat, I can feel that you're very upset, disappointed, confused. You might have some anxiety and uncertainty about something. You're worried about something, otherwise, obviously, you wouldn't come here asking for a yes or no on your situation. Depending on how you asked your question and what the context is, hearing a no might be disappointing, but off the bat, the answer is no. Now, that doesn't mean the answer is no forever, and that doesn't mean that the answer is no and you can't change it. You're asking a question today, right now, whenever you see this video. Again, it's timeless, but as it stands, the energy right now is that the answer is no. Now, if that's what you want to hear, then we leave it there, and congratulations. If you want to change it, though, I actually see several cards of hope. In fact, these darker cards are just showing me how severe the situation might be for you right now. Twice you got a card of disappointment. Okay, this person is really upset and sad about the lost cups there. You can see it's a dark and gloomy card. His head is down. He's wearing a black cloak. He looks disappointed. And here it says destruction and disappointment. So it wouldn't surprise me if you were asking about something that was lost. Maybe a relationship that ended, or a job that was lost, money that was lost, a friendship that ended. It can be about anything. I don't know the context of your question. However, what I can see is that there's a new beginning immediately after this destruction, which is pretty telling, right? Obtainment of success, victory, and fame. So with that said, you're coming out of the negative energy. Here is the Hanged Man, who is usually a card of stagnation. Things weren't going your way. They weren't going how you wanted them to. You don't feel happy. If this is about family relations, there could be a lot of quarreling and fighting at home, whether that's with a partner or with sisters, brothers, mother, father, things like this. Despite what this card represents, it is such a good card. It is such a positive card that even in the reversed position, it is foreboding very well for you. Things that were unequal, unfair, and that's how you might feel about the situation that you're in. Things were unfair. That's going to change for you. You're going to come out on top. Now, I didn't notice this for the other groups, but for your group in particular, the bottom of the deck energy for one of these decks was, look, progress, raise, taking action. There you are, climbing until you reach the top. And that's happening, of course, after this sense of loss, disturbance, anguish, perhaps. Now, if you're asking about supernatural things, perhaps you lost a loved one recently. I can tell you for sure, they're okay. They're doing well. They're in a better place. I mean, that's where we go when it's over here on Earth. That's a good message, I think, for a very specific group of you in this group. Overall, I think you're pretty brave to pick a card that looks like this, you know, as your representing group. But the message is actually much more positive than I was expecting. I was a little bit afraid for you guys, but especially when I saw this and this. But no, the majority of cards are actually quite bright. I'm not sure if I mentioned why I say that the answer to your question is no. I did it for the other groups and I'm getting a little bit Twitter-pated here, a little bit confused. But if you look here, in these 4 tarot cards, I look for a majority of upright cards. The majority upright cards tells me yes. A majority of reversed cards tells me no. So here, because the majority of reversed cards are actually reversed, or excuse me, the majority of cards here are reversed, it tells me that the answer as a flat yes or no is no. Again, if that's what you wanted to hear, great, I'm happy to say that for you. But if you're disappointed in that and you want to change, you can change that. Majority red in these cards here is more of a yes. So you can change it if you'd like, but if you like it being no, then we'll keep it there. I got an oracle card for you off camera, and it's a beautiful one called Thriving, which again matches that back of the deck energy here of ascension, right? Things getting better for you. You are thriving. And also the giraffe is so tall, moving upwards. Again, the emphasis of moving upwards. And, you know, with that in mind, maybe you were asking about a past loved one moving upwards towards heaven, perhaps. Either way, this is good. I'm so thrilled that actually all of the groups had positive endings to their reading. I do not like giving bad news to people. I will give it if I have to, but I don't like doing it. I will pick one more tarot card for you as sort of a little bit of clarity for us. And you have the Empress in reverse. You're really downtrodden, but my gosh, your energy when you can get it together and you're not sad is fantastic. It is fantastic. This is also a card of abundance. She's a nurturer. She gets things done. She has things done for her. Whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. This energy is an energy of people taking care of you, people loving you, and you loving them right back, taking care of them right back. There's a lot of abundance there. Now, her being reversed just tells me that you're not in that energy right now. You're not feeling it. You're upset. You're disturbed about something, about the situation. Nevertheless, the abundance and the joy and the goodness that this card normally brings is still there for you. Again, like this card, it's so positive that even in the reverse position, it's considered a positive card. So with that being said, I also want to mention that, you know, more than the other groups, your group had a suggestion that maybe somebody had passed away. If that's the case, it could be a maternal figure, a grandmother, a mother, an aunt, an older sister, maybe even younger sister if she had that nurturing quality, or a female friend who was the mom friend. Again, that'll be probably for a very small group of you. If that person passed away, they still love you. They're still there. They are still trying to tell you, listen, I'm thriving. You will be thriving. Everything will be okay. The ascension up to heaven, the beautiful new beginnings of love, victory. Look at how happy this person is. If you believe in heaven or reincarnation, either way, it's going to be a positive passing for this person. And they want you to know that. In terms of like relationships, things are going on the up and up, right? Even though the answer is no at the moment. Again, depending on how you ask the question and what you're asking, that might be the correct answer that you're looking for. But in any event, the relationship is ascending. It's getting better. There's a new beginning there. And in terms of finances, it's the same sort of thing. The signal of abundance, you might not be feeling that right now, but the energy of that, the potential of that is there. So as long as you can get past, and you are getting past the stagnation, the disappointment, the feeling of destruction and despair, you have a lot of good things waiting for you very soon. And so that's all I see for you, group 4. Hopefully that answered your question and gave you some clarity. Hopefully it was the correct answer that you were looking for, the answer that you wanted. If not, remember, you can change it. You can always change it. Your fate is in your hands. And with that, I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and hopefully I will see you again in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.